レベル5ビッグピースゴーレムにレベル3ダークイゾレーターをチューニング。王者の鼓動、今ここに列をなす。天地明道の力を見るがいい。シンクロ召喚、我が魂レッドデーモンズドラゴン。
Hello, Salvadoran Warrior here, and today, we're going to talk about an event that's going on right now, the Fusion Synchro event. Now, if you weren't lucky enough to pull any of the new cards from the new set and go ham, I suggest you try looking at this. For 1,000 gems, you can spend on a starter deck known as Red Dragon ARCHFIEND. And by adding just a few things, if you have the UR points, you can actually make this deck really, really fun to play. And I use fun in quotations. To be honest, this deck is really hard to play. This deck is so hard to play, man. Like, you need to be really, really good or just really, really lucky to get your plays out, because once your board has already been established, or they don't sacrifice the best card right here, Red Supernova Dragon, then you'll be having some W's. If not, there's a lot of L's, because unlike most decks, they all have weaknesses, and this deck suffers with the tuner weakness. If they stop you from synchro summoning and continuing, you're in for a bad time. But if you can play around it, you're in for a good time. So, with that aside, let's dive right into the deck profile. And we're running 42 cards. Anything higher would just be really, really hard to draw into. So far, I drew into some of my hand traps, and everything else is just the starters. But I'll break down the starters in a quick sec. Let's just talk about this Red ARCHFIEND deck. Now, the starters comes with everything that you see on screen, including an extra Red Supernova Dragon. But honestly, I only bought one of the starter decks, which came with Red Supernova Dragon, but the second starter deck, I don't think it does come with it. Let me just check real quick. So with a quick check, yeah, the starter deck does not come with Red Supernova. You have to craft that yourself. Luckily, I got one through a free event, so you only get one. If you want to craft Red Supernova Dragon, you got to spend the UR points. But if you were lucky enough to get one for free for that one event, or whatever promo they were doing, then you're one step closer to making probably one of the best cards in the game for Red ARCHFIEND Dragon. As promised, let me go through the deck profile real quickly. So we're going to be running 3 Effect Veilers, 1 Synchron Resonator, 1 Crimson Resonator, 2 Crimson Resonators, you never know, 2 Vision Resonators, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Soul Resonators, 1 Obsessive Vululoop, 2 Bone Archfiends, 2 Fololo Charmies. If you can't craft these, I understand. If you do craft these, then this is it. This is another card that you need a craft to. Earthbound Prisoner Stone Sweeper. But if you don't, that's also okay. We got Bestial Magma Hunt. You only can have one. We have Duel Swarm. We have Blake, which is very, very helpful to have. Rebellion, just for synchro materials, but it's good to have. 3 Nibiru's. You're gonna need this for this event. So that's just it, no questions. We got back row hate, and we got second back row hate. That's if we have Red Dragon ARCHFIEND on the field. think of it like Dark Magician's Dark Magic attack. Well, this time it's a red Archfiend. Now, in case I don't draw into any of my starters, Resonator Call will be it too. But if you have this one, and somehow this one all together, this can be Ash Bait, so that's it too. There's another card that can be considered quote-unquote Ash Bait, Crimson Gale. We run 3 of these. We also run a stupid tech known as Absolute Power Force. Now, if we have Red Dragon Archfiend on the field, we get to activate 3 of these effects. As long as we have Red Archfiend Dragon, we gain 1,000. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. And if this card attacks a defense position monster, we get to inflict piercing damage. Now, just so you know, all of these effects activate in battle phase only. But whatever, it's fun to use. 3 Imperms, 1 Dragon's Mind, which is another tech. This time it goes for spell and traps and monster effects. And if we control a monster that's 25 attack, then we get to negate the effect. And we get to pay 2,500 life points if it's in the graveyard to set it in our field. But once we use it again, it's banished once it leaves the field. So this one's a tech. And finally, the most important card you gotta have, Red Zone. Red Zone will allow you to pop a card if you control Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro monster that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. And if you have any monsters in the Banished Realm, and you will have monsters in the Banished Realm, you get to special summon a Dark Dragon Synchro monster from the Banished Realm to the field. And you get to activate 2 of these effects once per turn. Now for the extra deck, we're running 3 Red Rising Dragons, which will allow us to special summon a Resonator card to the field. And after that, we're locked into Dark Synchro Dragon Synchro cards. I learned this the hard way a long time ago, because I wanted to run the new original Snake Eyes Dragon card, which is a level 12, and I thought, hey, I can make a level 12 easy. Let's put that in the extra deck. And guess what? Red Rising Dragon ruined that strategy. So, as you see from the extra deck, they're all dark archetypes. So, this is it. Once that happens, we have Tech, Blade Dragon. This one will allow us to pop a card if it's Synchro Summon, and if it somehow leaves the field, we get to target 1 card and it can't attack until the end of the opponent's turn. The second effect is kind of lame, but the Synchro Summoning effect is pretty decent. That's if we don't have anything left. Plus, 25 attack. Dragon's Mind, we get to activate it. We're running the worst OG card in Synchro monster history, but not really. It's just that for this archetype, Red Dragon Archfiend is one of those classic cards that didn't really age well. All it does is, if you attack a monster that's in defense position, you get to destroy all monsters in defense position. And if you were unfortunate to Synchro Summon for Red Dragon Archfiend, and you just end your turn, all cards that did not attack get destroyed. So you need to make this card on your second turn, or have it on turn 3, because making it turn 1 and leaving it there is just asking for trouble. But other than that, the destruction effect goes well with Crimson Gaia, so I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know, man. Shout out to Rada, by the way. He talked about this card a long time ago with his 5 Dragons video. Anyways, the next one is Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend, which pops many cards that is equal or less to its attack points, and then we get to inflict 500 for each monster that we destroy. This one is okay, but I would only make it if I have no other choice. This one's the better Red Archfiend Dragon card. Scarred Dragon Archfiend. It counts as Red Dragon Archfiend. And once it special summons, well, it's just there. The graveyard effect is probably the most important, because once it's sent to the graveyard, we can not only Synchro summon for Red Dragon Archfiend easy, but at the same time, we get to pop cards if there's cards in the field. So that's something it can do too. You need to be in attack position though. But that's pretty much it. Then there's this guy, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which negates a monster effect until the end turn, and if it inflicts battle, we get to special summon a tuner. How cool is that? This guy though, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, allows you to tribute a card, a monster card, and you get to special summon a Red Dragon Archfiend to your field. And if we inflict battle damage, we get to special summon 2 tuners. How cool is that? It's okay. We just use it for the special summon effect to close the game. And then of course, Bestial Displatter. This is a good card because we get to special summon cards from the Banished Realm, light or dark, and it's a quick effect, so we can do it at any time we want. We also can negate monster effects on the opponent's side by banishing whatever cards they have back to the deck, and then we negate, or sometimes our cards, one or the other. It's a good card. And then we got Red Nova Dragon, which is okay. There's a big beater that negates battle phase and attacks. That's it, and then that's pretty much it. And then of course we got Red Supernova Dragon, which is probably the most important card you want to make turn 1. Just pray to God it doesn't get sacked or anything. It's unaffected by card effects unless it bounces, and once per turn we can banish as many monster cards that our opponent controls to the Banished Realm. And if we have this card right here, Red Zone, we get to special summon it back and do the effect once more. It also gains 500 attack for each tuner in the graveyard. So by the time you make this guy, you're gonna be sitting on 6,500. It's a good card going first. Going second, I wouldn't try to do something like that because the requirements to make this guy is 3 tuners. Yeah, we're not doing that. So there's that too. Overall, this deck, this archetype is really, really hard. If my Rose Dragon's new support came in, which came out last year, maybe I would have played that instead of Red Archfiend. But I also made this deck in Genesis, so minusing the beast rules and maybe one less nib and maybe these 2 cards, yeah, you would have been looking at a full-fledged Genesis deck. But since I'm playing this format, we added these, we added many hand traps as we can, and finally the extra deck is the same as it is in Genesis. Yeah, I also run Red Nova Dragon. Shoot me. Anyways, this is the deck, and let's get right into the plays. Okay, so let me show off the first match that was in this event, the Fusion Synchro event. And let me tell you, the first opponent was playing that Exodia stuff, but yeah, let's walk you through it. So we're gonna activate Earthbound's effect, grab a level 3 or lower Fiend monster, summon Soul Resonator, grab Bone Archfiend, activate Bone Archfiend effect by pitching a card so I can special summon it, and then we're gonna lower the levels, send a tuner card to the graveyard, and Synchro for level 6, Red Rising Dragon. Now we're locked into Dark Synchro Dragon monster, and then Crimson Resonator effect will activate, and we'll get nibbed. We'll get nibbed. It's okay though. Vision's effect activates. And just in case, Synchron's effect activates and we grab Crimson Resonator. We grab Security, and we're just gonna end our turn. We have 2 interactions in our hand, Effect Veiler and Ash. So we're technically not too worried until our opponent pops off with their cards. I Ash it so that way I don't have to give my opponent any more answers. And he'll bring out the Yugioh card, the Unstoppable Yugioh. As soon as that gets special summoned, we're gonna Effect Veiler it, and then it'll be our turn. So we immediately remove a Dark, so we can start summoning Drill Swarm, and a normal summon, and negate our effect, and then they go that. And yet my Drill Swarm's effect activates in the graveyard anyways. And as soon as we're about to pop off ourselves, they quit. What the hell? Okay. So the second match, I think we were going second. And our opponent, what were they playing? I don't know. All I know is that I have 2 interactions. I have Imperm, and I have one of the Charming cards. When Maxi gets limited to 1 next week, Charm is going to be the 1 card everyone's going to use. It's a little fair. Either way, with special summon, we drew into Effect Veiler, and we thought we could negate the effect, but no, they have a quick play spell to protect their psychic monsters so they can activate their effects. But yeah, we're going up against a psychic card. It was part of the loner decks that was part of this event. And man, this archetype was something else. I lost to it once. But after that, well, let's just say, since it was a loner deck, they don't really give you everything. So I'm pretty sure with good stuff for psychic, for the psychic archetype, that could be terrifying. But let me show you how I got around it. So, we normal summon Soul Resonator once again. Search for Bone Archfiend. Activate Bone Archfiend's effect. Hit the Charming card because it's useless now. Lower the level by sending the card to the graveyard, and we're gonna Synchro to Red Rising Dragon. Again, we're gonna special summon Crimson, and since Crimson is the only one on the field, it's gonna special summon 2 tuners, and we're gonna Synchro for level 8. As soon as Vision goes into the graveyard, we are going to grab a card. So we grab that card yet again, and I thought I activated right now. And then we Synchro for level 10. We go for Hot Red Archfiend Bane. Meanwhile, we'll pop. Well, first we'll Synchro. And then we go into the best card. Well, not the best card, but you know. We activate Crimson Gale, and then they go Ghost Ogre. And I'm just like, okay, you win this time. Or did you? Soul Resonator's effect kicks in, protect the card, and then we can Synchro to a level 9. Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And we got the effect, grab Vision, special summon, and we will tribute to bring out regular Red Dragon Archfiend. Jack Atlas's ace card. We'll give him some boost and Pierce for 38. Then we blow up all of his field. Special summon another Red Archfiend Dragon, and we just go for game. So I think we were going first because if I remember from this match, we had an idea, a risky idea. So for starters, we're going to activate Earthbound's effect, grab Soul Resonator, and you know, combo's basically the same. The same as been repeating for the 2 other matches. And soon as we go into Crimson. No, as soon as we go to Red Rising Dragon, special summon Crimson, and special summon 2 other tuners. This time it'll be 2 level 2s instead of 1 level 2 and 1 level 1 monster. We'll synchro for 3 tuners so we can go into the best card, Red Supernova Dragon. And then we'll grab Red Zone thanks to Vision's effect. We'll play Crimson Gaia and grab Vision. We'll bring out Drill Swarm and we'll synchro for a level 8. There we go. And as soon as that happens, we'll set Red Zone. And on their standby, we will activate Red Zone. So here we go. We'll negate Red Void's effect. And then our Reban will be special summon. And then we'll add a new chain. Activate Red Supernova's effect. And now they're banished. And then we will activate Red Zone's effect to special summon a monster from the banishment. And welcome back. And then we'll pop because we have a Red Archfiend Dragon card on the field. And they'll end the turn. And so we'll activate this. And then they're going to return a card. Sadly, Red Supernova Dragon gets bounced. And then we'll just grab Soul Resonator and do it again. Yeah, this time we're gonna activate that. Banish. Normal summon. Synchro for another Red Rising Dragon. We'll do that. And then we'll synchro for level 10. This time we're bringing out Bistral Displatter. And then 2 effects are going to happen. We're going to grab a Magic or Trap. We grab Crimson Gaia. And that card will bring out Red Archfiend Dragon yet again. And then we will special summon a Light or Dark from the Banished Realm thanks to Platter's effect. And we're gonna go for game once more. Yes, sir. And finally, we go up against our last opponent. I honestly didn't have enough time to complete this entire event, but hey, man. Every time I play against a branded player, it's always a 50-50 for me. Because this deck, despite all the flack it gets, it's still a strong deck. It's just, it takes a really good pilot, you know? Well, that might have been said, but next week, with the new support, I think it's going to take a good pilot. I think it's just going to be broken. Yeah, have you seen the new cards for branded? They're terrifying. And in Genesis, even worse, man. Yeah, get away. We're biding our time. As soon as they special summon their 5th monster, we're gonna nib. Let's see what happens. Here they come. As soon as that happens, negate. And then after that, they're going to end their turn. I go nib. And then when that happens, a whole bunch of stuff is going to happen. And as soon as they grab that card, I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I'm prepared next turn. Because they got a lot of good stuff on the field. All I have to do is Be lucky. So I keep thinking they had like, I kept thinking they had Ash. So I was like, trying to bait it out. But I was mistakenly wrong. So I just said, screw it. If it gets Ash, it gets Ash. And nothing happened. So we go into this dude because we just need to. I actually forgot why I did all that. I just know that I said Imperm right in front of branded open regain, branded regain. They do that, and now I'm a little worried. No cards in my hand. All I have is those two cards holding the line. They go fall on Valbaz. As soon as he activates the effect, bam, I negate it. Or so I thought, because he was still able to use. That was really strange. Play Branded Loss, destroys both his monsters, and swings to 25. So this is where I'm just thinking, great. He's getting some momentum back. I just need to one card combo it. And yet again, I summon Soul Resonator, go Branded Regain to grab cards, add it to the hand, or special summon. And we get this dude. I'm like, ooh, I could send it, yeah. Special summon Bone Archfiend, send Crimson, Synchro for a level 6. And this is where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for big boy. Let's do this. Special summon Crimson. Crimson special summons 2 other tuners. And then we go into Red Supernova. And once he's brought out, we'll go for game. Well, after Vision's effect, of course. So screw it, we're going. Bam. And that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. What you're looking at right now is the deck that I constructed for ranked. It didn't really work out as much as I wanted to, but since it was only Synchro / Fusions, I think this deck had an edge. I would have wanted to release the video during the event's time, but I didn't have enough time to release it, and so I'm releasing it all late. And you know, stuff happens. But still, Red Archfiend enjoyers, let me know what your feelings are for Red Archfiend, and also let me know if you're excited for the new stuff that's coming out for it in the future. Blazing Domain is the hype box for Red Archfiend enjoyers, so we'll see. But until then, man, stay safe, you know, look out for each other, and I'll catch you in the next one. So take care, guys.